Ladies, back to you.
Thank you so much.
Well, a new Netflix film focuses on a woman who suffers a paralyzing accident and an injured bird who helps the family heal.
It's unusual, but it's a true story. Coming up at 9 o'clock, I'm talking with the stars of this movie. Naomi Watts, you know her, and Andrew Lincoln, you know him from Walking Dead. They are terrific in this new movie. It's called Penguin Bloom. It drops on Netflix. Their interview coming up.
And luckily again.
Good Day brought to you by Toyota.
We're broke anyway.
Coming up on Good Day, an inspirational new family film. It's out right now. It's called The Penguin Bloom.
It's about a woman who suffers a paralyzing accident, and an injured bird actually helps the family heal. I'm talking with Naomi Watts and Andrew Lincoln when we come back. There is a new film out about a woman who suffers a paralyzing accident and how an injured bird actually helps the whole family cope. It's called Penguin Bloom. It's based on the true story of Sam and Cameron Bloom. And I recently sat down with the stars who play them, Naomi Watts and Andrew Lincoln.
I have to say, I really enjoyed the movie so much. I cried a few times. Naomi, I was just wondering what it was like to play a woman who's alive and well, but is facing so many challenges and in so much pain.
Yeah, I mean, it was intense to go through that whole trajectory, but luckily Sam was super available and super generous with her time, and I got to know her really well. And obviously, when there's someone who's right there and whose story who's already experienced a huge amount of suffering, you want to get that story so truthful and honor it. She shared her diaries with me. You know, she just struck me as someone who had incredible strength and resilience. She was able to heal herself despite these excruciating daily pain and these horrific thoughts that she was battling with daily.
What was it like to, not move your body? I mean, because let's face it, actors, your body is the instrument. It's part of the acting, and to completely shut it off.
Yeah, it was the hardest part. It was definitely the hardest part. I thought the birds would be the hardest part, but the bird, but we had several cinema tricks there. But yeah, shutting off the lower part of your body, especially when transferring from the bed to the chair or vice versa, it was really quite difficult. And luckily, again, Sam's input was vital. She sent me videos on the lead up, and she also was there on some of the days that we were filming those kind of scenes.
We'll get to the birds in a second. I want to talk to you, Andrew, because you play the husband, who's a real life character. And I kept thinking, well, this is a long way from The Walking Dead.
Yes, it is. It couldn't be more different, I suppose. Although birds and children, animals and children are equatable to zombies in the intensity. But no, it was, it just spoke to me, this story. I loved this story. I had the book that it was based upon. And then the script came through, and within 3 pages, I said, this is the one. I wanted to do something that was, the heart of this film is something that I really, really love. And the sort of inspiration of Sam and this family are extraordinary. And I just said instantly, yes, I had to be a part of this. I just wanted to put it into the world. I think it's a good thing to put into the world.
He was almost like the perfect husband. I kept thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if my husband would be this patient. Is this really based on a real person? And he's not alive.
Yeah, I'll give you the number. He is. In fact, he was so sort of extraordinary during it that we. That was one of the big contentions, is that there wasn't enough of sort of his flaws in it, because we're so used to seeing people with flaws, in drama. And actually, he was better than that, I think, when it happened. He was extraordinary.
You wait.
Let's go!
He started posting these photos on Instagram, I think, and then it caught fire, and then the book came out, and their story became sort of Australia's story, and then the world's story. And he said, people kept asking him, well, when did you sit the boys down and say, we should talk about our emotions and try and get... He said, what do you mean? He was too busy packing them off to school, feeding them, getting his wife out of bed. And there's a no-nonsense, pragmatic, practical nature to Cam that is so admirable. It's so brilliant, and it's not looking for anything. It's just he loves this woman so much, and he wants her back because he knows he's lost her for a time, you know.
Yep.
And that was the part of the story that I loved, you know, playing a love story, but the part of the love story is in sickness and in health, and we're in the in sickness bit.
It is a beautiful story. Can we talk about the birds, though? Because I heard there were a few mishaps. Naomi, I don't know. I mean, did you gag? What happened? Because I don't know. Tell us the story.
Yeah, this one has definitely traveled, as did the movement on my head, right down my face. The bird got comfy. He was full from all of the tricks and treats, and yeah, out it popped and trickled right down the front of my face. And I was, you know, in shock and horror, but laughing at the same time. I'm a farm girl at heart, so I wasn't super squeamish. But when it entered my mouth, that's when I was like, ah!
I would have screamed and jumped up and down and probably knocked off the bird.
Knocked off the bird. Hysterical. Yeah, it could have gone two ways. But I guess the farm girl in me is...
Anyway, so much fun to talk to the two of them.
No, they're delighting the movie.
It's a true story, and you know, it's inspirational. It's something that you could see with the entire family. Mm-hmm. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll think about the bird when you see and what happened to Naomi. Anyway, Penguin Bloom premieres today on Netflix.
All right, one more thing to watch, the to-do list.
Because you know what? I was almost at the end of my Netflix rope.
Okay,
there
I'm
you go.
Coming up, a good day, slice of pizza.